a pretty big way. And we need to keep our eyes on Stewie, using a different mouse than what he's used to. In-game leader of the team, have to make sure that he's not tilted off the face of the earth. Needs to keep the boys calm, cool, and collected as we jump into play. It's going to be a bit of a three-man lean towards ramp from Liquid, dropping a player immediately under, and well, Bigger taking territory towards Yard with the majority of their forces over towards Secret. Crossing dry off the flash. Keto's in the open. Naf is going to pepper away with a couple of bullets. He hasn't connected, and Searson does.
Fully ready for a CZ in this corner. Oh, Searson's opened up with a long range and then a close range Glock. Grim misses his shots. Decon pressure already. Door was opened by Tabson, and the man, Big Arch, not missing a second.
Wow. The Glock's in that range, all right.
Yeah, they make sure they polished it nicely, dismantled it, rebuilt it. Twist has got his armored USP, and well, he's managed to scavenge a kit and a smoke. It's a dreamy setup he's got there, but I'm afraid it's not quite enough to do anything with a lower sight retake. Even paranoid about the push.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where it's like, man, I'd love to give this a crack. You know, I'd like to get stuck in and go for it, but they know that they've lost the round, right? And this is the thing with Counter-Strike, the flow-on effects now being felt round to round. Whatever's saved, he might even get hunted here. The timing on this, he's just ducked under. Tabson may not have seen him.
Yeah, but Twist executed and loses all of those goodies. Tabson will recover the utility at least. 3 kills from Tabson. Searson opened up with a lovely find onto Nafly and Elige as he went down those secret stairs. Double scouts pulled out for round 2.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it here. Get one of those over towards ramp and one of them, yeah, and see if you can get the early tags. Have those pistols as your swing players, right? They'll lock down top. Have the others, as we got the highlights on screen of some of these fantastic Glock shots. And I think Elige's expression there says it all. Couldn't even react to that one. So Naf towards Yard with the scout. Almost gets a tag there. It's the combo of Elige and Naf towards Yard as the fast smokes will facilitate this secret cross. 3, make it 4 of Big. Are going to scurry on behind those and get on downtown. We know that Tizian is that lobby player, right? I think we spoke about this earlier, Alex, where he just sits in the back of Squeaky Door room, right? You told me you watched a POV.
I did indeed. Stewie and Elige in the lower side to defend for now, and it's only a Desert Eagle. He does well to inflict so much damage onto Keto, but softening him up for the scout, you need a bit more. That's a great smoke from Big, and now Liquid.
Save. Yeah, look.
He's got the most ridiculous job on Big Clan's T side. Nuke, he just has to sit in lobby all round, every round. Yeah. Sometimes he gets to go hunting.
They give him a bit of space. Occasionally he gets to go for a cheeky vent drop or something. But right now he's just collapsed in a ramp and he's seen that there is no pressure whatsoever from this sector. So do they want to hunt this big? You know you're up to against at least one scout. A couple of pistols, of course. And they even want to get looking for this. Searson leading the way with the MAC-10. Might be in a bit of trouble here.
He spotted one at CT spawn.
Does he jump? Run away. That's the right call. Yeah, they should just hold on to this. You know where they are. You're not going to give up anything to them to carry on through, to drop across. Just let everybody keep their guns here. Bomb goes off. Second round for Big. And Liquid to respond with this same set of weaponry. So Scouts, Deagle, CZ, Elige could go into a P250 if you'd like. Has a pretty important role on the CT side of Nuke for Team Liquid. And Big can do... Yeah, Big can do much of a muchness, right? Like, they can go for that secret cross again, knowing they're against the scouts, or they can just go for an all-in biff with these MAC-10s out, squeaky, tape, top control, get good utility usage, and away you go. Oh, Keto is trying to wonder which smoke he had to throw there.
Oh, the pre-aim was right. Shot wasn't there, though, Naf. He spotted one as the Yard smokes and flashes do land. He's locked out, the scout firing, and now Stewie readying himself for war. He's been caught by Zentares. It's an easy catch. Zentares has opened up the entirety of ramp, and instead, in lieu of the Molotov, it will be Searson putting his body on the line instead, pushing up towards the lower side of heaven. Keto's got low sight and Big Clan have got their third.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like Liquid are in positions to be threatening. Sure, Grim's behind the site, but they're well aware of this. Peppered away, eventually gets cleaned up, and the rotations are covered off. Big already, just from these 3 rounds, are looking much more comfortable. And we know that these pistol rounds, the upgrades, the force buys, they can be some of the diciest to deal with. It's not the force buy wars playing out the same way as Inferno whatsoever. Clean sheet for Big. They take out all 5 members of Liquid with all 5 of theirs standing, and now they get a bonus situation. Galil's, Mac 10s. This surely speaks of some kind of pace going forward. This is a dream scenario for Big to start off this second map. Keep it clean, make it look like you guys are running through the paces, make it look like you're dry running against the opponent. And that's how you know things are confident, when Twist is the only player so far to get themselves a kill, and it was all in vain on the pistol round. So Liquid need to find some impact with these rifles. 2 Augs. And here goes Ali straight across towards Secret.
That's a good catch. Tizian leaving his lobby by default, which does leave a gap. There are 4. The entirety of Big out on yard, out for a stroll. Quite a leisurely stroll until Elige gets flashed in. Oh, wow. He can't do anything about that. Searson sets Centaurus up. And again, Big Clan just dry running down now into the low side. 4 of them. That's another big frag from Stewie. 3 peeks in. Searson can't believe his luck. 3v3 now. The Orc is the perfect weapon for this job.
Good
Grim can hold down.
crossfire.
Is a strong crossfire. He's mollied off. And a smoke. He's practically nullified. Grim to be tested
He's
now.
pushing.
And now it's all onto Nafly. Lovely handling. Both of them coming through, and that will be Liquid's first.
It's just
Finally,
yeah, and it's just the little details there, right? The fact that Naf pushed that smoke on Grim's contact, knowing most of the eyes would be drawn to him, he's just timed that to perfection. Now, we did say that was a bonus round from Big. The fact that they get so much space is great, but you would have loved a plant off the back of that one. Regardless, they can buy, they can get the goodies out. Here's that Naf push yet again. Nobody even looking his direction. Or for Searson, AKs for the rest, utility is good. And Big are looking to start establishing themselves here in map number 2. He spotted one crossing right side warehouse. They can now just keep Naf isolated. Sirius can relay that information to his players on top of Silo. They can train their eyes on this, and he's working with a lot of space. He has put so much pressure on Yard early.
And he keeps moving. He keeps going all the way to Secret again.
Wow.
And has snuck a member under.
He slipped the net.
What do you do with that, though?
It's the bloody orb.
T-side or I mean, look, we know Searson's stats, right? It's scouts, it's AWPs, and it's USPs. That's about it. Makes sense that he's gone for a full lower sight lurk with the AWP. Look at this. He's going to have to break the glass, though. Now, Grim. Switch to Grim. See if he reacts. No?
He hasn't moved.
Elige
They were
neither.
spamming at the same time. Maybe that covered the sound.
Oh my God, he's going for the flank and Grim doesn't believe it. Elige trades, his positioning strong. He needs to dip it out though. He can hear them coming. Metal footsteps all over the shop. They drop. He spots them. It's only the FAMAS. He's been swung on. Good damage onto Keto. It's just not enough. Maybe Naf's flank is fast enough. Stewie smoked off on Decon. Oh, Big Clan. They are looking like a very well-drilled unit here. Searson with a bit of
safe,
spice.
man. I don't know how you even get into this. There's so many players to get past. There's even residual utility for Big to hold this off. Oh, to the rescue.
Oh, not bad from Naf. I think that might be the retreat. The AWP is there. He makes it a little bit more costly, but yeah, Big will be happy with that.
Now, we obviously didn't catch it because it's hard to watch 10 POVs at once, but there was a chance that Zentares, we saw him going up the ladder onto T roof as Searson was making his way down Secret. So what they could have done is spam towards the top site and had the windows broken top site simultaneously as Searson broke that window lower. That could have been enough to obscure the sound cues from Liquid and really just putting him in that disastrous position. But that's so insane. The AWPer applied so much pressure, gets Secret for free, finds a kill, and that's all they needed to give themselves that avenue through ramp. And yeah, look at Grim. He would be so confused as to how that's happened. Like, he should not have to worry about that whatsoever. So slipping the net in a massive way, seriously
really
set them up for their fourth. And yeah, it's just this saved AWP and a couple of upgraded pistols. So Liquid, oh, okay. Looks like a bit of blocking from Big out of spawn there.
Top take with pace. I like it. Only Twist Deagle fills the feed for one, but they're into the site now. Grim's found another on the CZ. If Naf's AWP starts hitting shots. They could be onto something. Elijah's... Whoa, can't even finish my sentence. He came up the vent. And now the nade has just landed straight on the nose of both of them. Square on the jaw. Planting lower. Naf's going ramp. If he could just hit the shot on Xantares' retreat, they could be on for a defuse here.
Oh!
Gets away with it. And now things get even more difficult. Stewie's making lots of noise. And it does cost him his life.
Yeah, just save this AWP again now. If you don't have too many options here, mate, you need to buy up in the next round. The loss bonus is starting to look pretty for Liquid, but the rounds are not. 5-1 now for Big. And they're getting this done as a unit. Top to bottom, the spread of kills right now, 6 for tabseN. He's the top fragger. Bottom is Tizian with 2 to his name. But then in the middle, you've got 5 for Xantares, 5 for Sirius, and 4 for Keto. And they'll even save this AWP. Oh, okay, never mind. Too close to the bomb. So, look, they've got money. They got cash to splash. Xantares has got 10k and an AK in his hand. So he's all good. He can drop a gun for Sirius. But they would have loved a free one. They're going to make this buy work in spawn now, and Liquid are having their second gun round here in the first half of map number 2. I think Tizian thought he was further enough away from that bomb blast there, so that'll have a bit of a shock to the system. Liquid, they can't allow them to slip that net down to secret for free yet again, so they're going to be hyper aware of that.
Collateral damage. Sirius and Tizian both wing clipped from the Naf shot.
Oh. Tizian has to be so careful now that he's operating with 41 HP. Sorry, 36. That should not happen.
Oh, Stewie baits the shots, confirms Tizian is down the vents and holding. That makes life difficult for Grim. Naf's holding the perfect line. He's got more to deal with. Sirius to try and trade. Naf, this is brilliant. Locking down the ramp push. Xantares has made things difficult. Needing Naf more. USP for a third. Xantares chasing, but he's not going to be able to find the frag, and now he needs to recover the bomb. Pushing from Trophy, though. He's got pressure everywhere. Twist does pull the round across the line. It's Naf that locks it down, though. That's what we need to see more of. That was the Naf that was ridiculous wallbangs against Heroic on this map that picked them a very important win and sent Heroic out of the tournament.
Yeah, well, taking a look here, it's now Big's money that's in question, right? There was enough previously, but because they had to drop those guns, because they had to reinvest into that AWP with Tizian going down to the bomb, there's some question marks. We can see on the round recap just here, it was 3 off the break from Big. Liquid responded. But Big, with that sneaky beaky play, were able to net themselves 2 on the trot. Now, we do need a resurgence from Liquid here. It needs to be multiple rounds in a row, or Big are going to be getting themselves a massive bag worth of rounds here. You can't keep being in this cycle of, you know, win one, get obliterated, don't save any guns, eco, get a buy. Same situation can't happen. The rounds will remain spotty, and this is finally their chance to stretch their legs a little. We can see Big, they're not putting too much pressure right now on that Liquid economy. 4 Deagles, Sirius staying onto that Glock. There is a chance for a couple of hefty Deagle headshots. We know that they seem to land more often than not.
Oh, Tizian's paid very, very brutal price, down to 20. Just the spray to suppress. And Yard again a problem. Siege, multiple targets, whittled away. Aggressive warping. Naf does now find another, but it's the info as well. Stewie, you've got to be concerned about your main. He's looking lost. tabseN just takes him down. Surely not more.
No,
not like this. Grim trying to bail them out. The spray is so hectic. He does find the head on the last bullet of the spray. But tabseN with Stewie's AK and the bomb down courtesy of Tizian, they're making a round out of this.
This plant is great.
Grim. That's the frag. Tizian unarmored, hampered by the earlier damage inflicted by Stu. Push from every direction, and that's neat and tidy from Naf.
I think they got a bit more than they were worth there. Consider they only invested with 4 Deagles. They were able to get the bomb plant. That's extra $800 in the bank balance, as well as 3 kills. So they're making sure Liquid is staying honest here. I thought that would have been a chance for them to have a clean one. But tabseN had something to say. Now Big Spy is looking fantastic. You've got that AWP out for Syrison again. This is everything that they normally want to operate with. Kito's the only one missing a couple of nades there. And if you want to join the fan camps to support your team, head over to iem.gg/fancamp to be part of the party. Only one more day of the Global Challenge, only one more day of Tier 1 Counter-Strike left for 2020. That's the grand final tomorrow where Astralis waits for one of these opponents.
Christmas is just around the corner.
Ho, ho, ho.
Festivities overwhelming. Syrison back on his yard move. He is preempting this peak from Elite. I wonder how long this game of chicken will be played.
Oh. Not allowing his head to go over the cusp there, just keeping it tucked on down is Elige.
Oh, that's the frag. He gets it. And now, again, another test. A bit of a change-up, though, from the Liquid setup. Grim responsible for ramp here and just backing away with Naf in support. Drops one. He hears a second. There's information there. They've conceded ramp room. Only 3 members of Big Clan here, and the toes are spotted on the swing of Tizian. Elige finding another means that there's a lot of room for Liquid to maneuver now, and Tizian actually trying to work his way back out. Trophy, this is a big chance for Tizian. Peeking from behind the ladder, actually finding
invisible.
Yeah, practically invisible. Imagine if he could turn this one around.
I don't think the time's on their side here. That's the biggest issue. Only 25 seconds remain. 4 Liquid players to find. And he can't even get across to that dropped weapon. So Elige just stopped that. Xantares will be holding onto this AK, and Liquid are making a real case for this first half now. This is going to be 3 in a row. Loss bonus up to 2,400 for Big at this stage. Been able to get themselves the AWP for NAF and those AK-47s in play as well. So things are looking good for Liquid now. Big with 5 to their name. We have been talking about how Nuke is definitely transitioning to a lot more T-sided rounds than a lot of people would remember from many a year ago. So Big with 5, they're not going to be happy with this just yet. In the range of 6 or 7, yeah, smiles from ear to ear. We'll just light upgrade. Yeah, they will just light upgrade around these AKs. Well, this one AK, mind you, and that's saved from Xantares. So here's Naf again. See if he can catch Tizian. Oh, he's pushed into the vent. He stopped the rotation. Oh my god, how has Xantares found so much room?
Yeah, just the one AK-47, and he's managed to find first blood. Now they're swarming through yard. It's getting a bit awkward for Elige. Multiple targets. Yard a threat. And they concede it. They're giving one part, taking another. Chad, this is some Counter-Strike 101, but will they be ready for Tizian, who's still tucked in, burrowed into lobby?
Oh, they must know he plays here. Surely they've done their due diligence and watched the demos to know Tizian is just a pillar. Elige, back turned, walks into Squeaky Door Room, gets absolutely dismantled, and now it's going to find it in a 4-on-3 situation. Disadvantage for Liquid here. They have the utility, they have the weapons, but they've lost the ground. Oh,
and they're losing players. Twist has gone too. And Xantares making the hero. AK. Justified prefix. He gets 3 kills. Naf off to retreat and save. Big Clan have 1 with a single invested weapon.
Oh, boy. You can see where that gap came in, right? So just to talk through how that round started, Naf gets pressured in main. It's the standard utility thrown out from Tizian. Squeaky gets blown up, the smoke in front of the vent, that obscures the vision, the flash comes through. Naf, to take the space to make sure they don't lose that rotation, something they were punished from before with that secret play, jumps into the vent. So he's either chasing the dragon right there or trying to deny the vent rotation. Either way, the gap is left in main. That's where Naf just was. Either that wasn't communicated, Stewie wasn't aware that was a problem. He goes down to Xantares immediately. Now that's just going to add to this frustration we were prefacing earlier with Stewie. His mouse is broken. He's using one that he traditionally doesn't use or has never used, if I was reading his tweets correctly. And now, well, we're looking forward in this game, he only has 2 kills to his name. So if Stewie can stabilize and come back from here, this would be good stuff for Liquid, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Big underway. Now, off the break, they have a very good chance to grab this 7th, break the economy of Liquid.
Oh,
Very fast scenes.
Like this, Elige, bringing a bit of flavor to the yard hold, something a bit different, but still, Centaurus and the bomb have gone down. There's more, though. One behind him. Searson's already got down Secret. Surely not again. There won't be another instance of Grim getting shot in the bottom. Let's see if we can take notice of how they guise that glass break if it happens again. So the bomb's back in Tizian's grasp.
Here we go.
Ah, this is it. Waiting for the sound cue, and they'll sync it up together. Breaks the glass. Searson trying to
sneak. This time, surely.
He is. And Searson still hits the shot. Surely Big Clan can't build into this 3v5. Elige has denied one. There's more to come. Clean fragging from Elige, the savior of North America. Quad kill again. He's back on the board. Top of the tables alongside Nafly.
All right, well, 6-5 now, and we continue to go back and forth in this nature. I thought Naf had plucked him from the floor there. I was going to say that was quite the shot, but that elevated angle gave him a little bit of extra time to hit that one, and then Elige locking things down. Not going to be fooled by the same trick twice there, Liquid. They look to level this one up. Big have pushed their chips into the middle of the table. They've been able to get the orb back in Searson's hands. Deagle this time for Tizian. And just much of a muchness right now. Haven't been able to use the yard smokes in a round like this. They are just waiting out any early pushes or information plays from Team Liquid. Utility just being systematically thrown on out. Or drawn on out if you're looking at it from the big perspective. Now some yard utility comes through. That smoke facilitates the cross to the red box, meaning Naf might have to play a more passive line or two. And in tandem, yeah.
Back lobby area. I guess this is for the fake. You can throw them and be already in lobby. It's quite cheeky. They have got the
Tabson.
Will Naf check it. To ramp. Grim flashed immediately, knife out on the retreat. Naf there in support. Searson has caught Stewie 2K and they can go anywhere they want. Looks like a topside take. Look at this pivot straight through the lobby. Twister's only got a FAMAS. Naf desperately trying to put himself in the right place, but oh no, a missed shot. Big. Most of the heavy lifting done. Bomb down, only Grim to overcome. Elige as well from main. Only Elige now from main. And Searson's tucked in on that vent. He doesn't have to move a muscle. I think Elige is just going to have to accept his fate here. Big Clan, you said they pushed all their chips into the center of the table. Well, this time it is a bang in hand. And put 7 on the board. Good shot from Elige all the same.
Yeah, this is great from Big, though. They played the rotations there very well. So they just waited around. They threw the late smokes that forced a rotation. They went over to ramp, just the pop flash. You could see just the warning bells sounding for Grim. He immediately dropped back as soon as that pop flash went off. And that forced Stewie to look for information because they had lost info towards yard. They had lost space towards ramp. Stewie needed to find an answer, and him going for a pick was waited for. It was anticipated. He gets taken down, and then they just pivot back towards topside, knowing that Team Liquid are likely in a flurry of rotations. And that's exactly what just happened. So here's Searson finding Stewie. Easy as you like, just running straight into that crosshair, and from there the dominoes fell. Able to catch Liquid not in the most optimal positions. And that's going to be the 7th for Big. Now, Liquid will just be operating with this AUG in the hands of Elige. Some upgraded pistols. Big are looking good for 8. How many more can they put on their tally here? Is, ooh, a lot of ramp aggression early. Keto gets peppered down to 20. He's going to think better of hanging around in lobbies. And Taras fills his position with the MAC-10. They'll even swap guns. And now they know they're up against these pistols. So the biggest thing they want to avoid is Elige's AUG, and likely to be in a swing position. Ooh, okay, this is an off angle.
Yeah, it is an off angle. Simple demonstrated its power recently, and you can see that as soon as they walk past that blue box, their head is visible to Elige's AUG. He's got the weapon for the job. Smoke's flying through the sky.
he can't stand up right now. They're in the open too much. He'll just get peppered. He needs to get a really good timing on this.
He almost wants to catch them as they're committing elsewhere. No scope. He just shoots from the hip. That weapon is so hard to obtain.
Oh.
Keith does get caught. Oh. What a chance for Stewie. Body shots into Tabson. Converts, and now just Searson and Tizian. The Big Clan boys are divided. One lobby, one deep into warehouse with the bomb. Stewie, if he could just survive, wait it out. He is being hunted by Tizian. Clean from Tizian, very nice. He's taken down the threat on main.
30 seconds.
Bomb on Searson, don't forget that. He's trying to sneak and miss. Tucks him in tightly. Time-sensitive mission now for Tizian. What are you supposed to do with 15 seconds? Get that bomb down if you can. Oh, commits to the spray. Now low. 6 for Tizian. Finally, he goes down. Takes damage from every single member of the Liquid squad, but they recover what they can and put the 6th on the board here for their CT. Nuke.
I don't understand how they win around like that. They really should not be winning this. And that's all with the Liege just playing the odd job spot, right? Up and over the top of warehouse, and then the Deagle kills just follow. It's like Big forgot there are other players after they eliminated the biggest gun. Some nice shots from Twist helped, but that's one that they should have been winning, and now they've taken themselves a timeout. This is the second one used from Big so far, and they were looking good to potentially take this half, I would say close to double digits. Now the best they can manage is 9-6, and probably not even the case, because Big, their money's in Squalor, and every time I seem to say this, the other team bounces back with the round win. So we might have to see how they choose to invest here. But they only get 1,900 into the next round. So either way, they're between a bit of a rock and a hard place as far as their buys are concerned. Whereas Liquid have been able to stabilize a little bit. I feel like Big have to play this one conservatively just to give them a chance to at least walk away with the win on the half, that being the 8 rounds. Tabson into a flash, so maybe they just want to work on some space, see if they can drop that bomb down the vent, maybe try and get it fast yard down secret. But either way, it is really just 5 Glocks and 1 flashbang.
Doesn't get much more conservative than that. How good of a flash can it be? Tabson. Oh, he's lost a teammate before he can throw out the God flash. And I think Elige is in such a prime position to do more. He will.
Oh, now if you're being run down. Grim to the rescue.
And they'll do that. 1 HP to spare. Nav keeps everything, and so to Liquid. That will be at 7. 7-7 to win the half, though, as you already highlighted. Big Clan buying conservatively in the previous so as to look to win the half here. Still not going to be dreamy. That's a Galil for Zatara. They're the same.
Yeah, and they need utility, right? Because you want to try and make space. Searson's actually gone glass cannon. And this is for going into the second half, at least with the slightest of edges, mind you. Double mollies towards main. Aggressive play towards yard from Elige here. Tizian doing exactly what we've seen him do time and time again, but they're straight to top.
This is big, and Twist is there. Twist is there in a big way. From the rafters, a double kill. Stewie unable to contribute. Naf has, though. And so early into the piece, there's still 90 seconds of play ahead of us. And we're into a 3v1. Elige's in lobby as a CT, and he finishes it just like that. That's the slightest of leads. Liquid 8, Big Clan 7. They're already 1-0 up. And now it's time to see how Big Clan's defense shapes up on their map pick.
fast hit this B bomb site. Brolin's already going through. The flashes are good. Boomich is blind, and Brolin is all over the site.
Okay, okay. We should do boost. We should do boost.
Yeah, yeah. I boost you, John.
Okay, come. Come.
And I didn't buy kit again.
Anyway, we will kill them insta.
Der Flash auf 12.
Disgusting, bro. It's disgusting.
What?
Ah. Did it boost jump and kill one tap view? I don't know.
I have low FPS,
So
but
Molotov
fine.
short.
I block Monster.
I block Monster, lass mich. Ich weiß, wie die spielen.
I will spam them soon. Two guys dead. Outdoor.
So,
Is out.
it's outdoor. Outdoor. Last shot coming. Shot.
Nice.
He's up, he's
Okay.
close.
Where? No! Are you kidding me, man?
Come on, John Bay. I bring out the
That's
Doomhammer.
easy. Du musst die einmal flashen, dann ist der Execute kaputt. Dann laufen die nicht mehr so, wie sie sollen.
I reload. One outdoor.
Out,
Bridge. On site.
Brother, this is disgusting, really.
Back into the fray then. We are back with Team Liquid versus Big Clan. Myself and Chad Birchall hanging out.
Hello.
Just getting all of my texts set up and we're ready to continue the broadcast. Liquid, the slightest of edges coming into their T-pistol. Hopes are high.
Inseparable, Alex.
Dualies for Keto, and I don't mind those, especially here on Nuke CT's side. You can pepper them with your ridiculous 30 bullet clip. Oh, Dizian. Hands out, a haircut, twist, given a trim. Naf does trade. Captain with some aggression into lobby, and that's the
They're
bomb
still fighting.
spot. Yeah. Ooh, what was that? Alicia's tried to close the gap as fast as he could, and it cost him his life. Keto, Keto,
Okay.
happy with those dualies.
Oh,
That's the first.
This is where it's going to get really tough for Liquid, right? Now, I mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. Stewie with those mouse issues is the in-game leader of this team. He's the one who needs to keep his head cool. If he's flustered whatsoever, and on the T side, things get tight, things get close, someone forgets a smoke, they lose a clutch round, and they're starting to be accidental knives leaving spawn, things might really start to spiral out of control for Team Liquid. They're not out of the woods just yet, even after a pretty decent first half, and now they'll be taking a save round going into the second round here. Deagle for Naf. Lots of MP9s in play, 2 M4s for Big, and okay, the one Deagle immediately finding impact. Naf tries to do his best. It's a Hail Mary from downtown. Tabson mopping up the mess that has fallen since Sirius's death. Just taking shots at this Deagle, get everyone's grubby mitts on it.
You're familiar with the term hot potato. This is the hot Deagle strat.
I think we saw a round with Astralis, Alex, when we were casting a tournament probably not that long ago, where all 5 of them managed to touch the one upgraded pistol I think they had.
You need to keep running and picking it up and dying. I remember round red container.
I'm sure they were having fun with it.
Yeah. It's quite a viable strategy. You've got to get most use out of that $700 investment. Everyone gets a go.
All right. Well, it looks like they're trying their luck over towards ramp now. If Centaurus gets forced off this line, he doesn't need to fight. There's only 40 seconds left, so nade is going to be huge.
That's even better. Centaurus can't quite make it all the 4. Tabson's there just to make sure he gets his double, and we are into a buy round.
I think if we're going to look for one glimmer of hope, Liquid got 2 kills with only that $700 investment, and one of those frags was Zentaris just there, who had the M4A4. They weren't able to pick it back up. Nobody was close enough other than Tabson, who already had an M4, so he didn't want to trade that one out. Going to keep the silenced. Sirrison's being gifted a scout. Keto's going to purchase on in, and MP9s for the other 2. Liquid will be bringing out the AKs on the 3rd round. And they have utility to work with here, so to keep things level, Liquid will need to win this one. We're really going to get a good look at what their T side will be bringing us here against that of Big. Quite a slow approach. We've seen them do this on a few of their T sides. More than happy to take their time on Overpass T side against Furia. We just saw an Inferno against Big earlier on their T side. Happy to use pace as one of their friends. And now they're going to throw these yard smokes a little bit late. But this means that they can't be disrupted, they can't be displaced by Molotovs, by any early hijinks of Big Clan.
Oh, but still, the timing of that incendiary ain't bad. Just as the wall of smokes is there, Liege has to brave the flames if he wants to advance. Plenty of time, though. They can cross with the smoke still up, and Tabson does catch a glimpse of one on that tight line. Oh, Zentares. He's going to try and slow them down. At least the incendiary does a good... See, smoke's on top of that, actually. This is even better. That will buy him another 15 seconds on contact. Liquid out of options now.
Oh, they're going through. Molly's a bit shallow. Nade is good. Great damage here. 25 seconds left. Liquid, they're going to have a real hard time getting into this site.
And to top.
I don't think there's a gap. I don't think there's a chance. They have to go lower.
Oh, boy.
Are they saving? They're calling it off. They're saving. No joke. No joke. They're not going to have enough money to buy utility in the next round. Whatever they have now is what they've got. Naf can get a smoke. Stewie can get some flashes, but that's it. A 10-man, all-surviving timeout round.
The unicorn.
I don't think, but it's a gun round. All right. Normally those go the other way, right? When the T's get a bomb site and the CTs all save. This is the T's getting lower control, but not being able to breach into the site. Liquid just completely stifled.
I've never seen a full 5-man T squad just straight up just pull the cord. Cancel.
I can't believe it.
20 seconds. Zentaris, yeah, the nade damage from Zentaris as well. That seemed to be enough to deter. And then Big are just sitting there wondering what's going on. Disbelief amongst the ranks. Oh, so not only is your in-game leader using a new mouse and struggling, now you've just...
Oh, no.
Side. This does reek of a potential third now. Liquid are starting to wobble. Launders picking up his vape.
Alex, go put the kettle on. I think we got another map ahead of us here. All right. Well, can Liquid do anything with these saved guns and the little bit of utility they were able to reinvest? Because Big right now, they get to keep these bonus guns, right? They get to carry these MP9s, the Scout. I thought they were going to be in trouble. The buy was much better for Liquid, and now they're just having to take Jules into yard, fast as you like. Elige onto Cirrus, and Twist smashes Keto's head off, and, well, look at this. This is a change of pace.
Yeah, that's perhaps what they needed. Twist has just thrown himself into the site, and it works.
What a contrast of rounds.
You're not going to run out of time if you start holding W from spawn. Twist not going to be able to finish this round. Tabs in a position to clutch ace. He's already found 3 of the members of Team Liquid, and Stewie's working on Heaven. Grim spotted. He planted. Oh, this feels throwable. You really do just have to lock it down. Grim confirms more damage, wants to swing. And that's the end of that. Liquid, after what was a very odd state of affairs, they have come back with a round of their own.
And thank God, because I think if they went out in another flat manner in back-to-back rounds, the fizzle would have definitely been happening. Now it's Big. They're going to take a timeout. They should be able to buy, right? It's not fantastic, but they should be able to get a gun round here. Oh, I'm a bit confused at what we've just seen in the last few, but this timeout will give us a chance to catch our breath. This is This is Big's 3rd tactical timeout. And remember, they lose this, well, they're not going to be making it to the grand finals. It'll be Liquid, the team who are outside of the top 10 by ESL's world rankings coming into this tournament, meeting none other than Astralis. This isn't 2019. It's not 2018. It's the end of 2020. And the chances for this matchup to happen have been few and far between. This is the first time we've seen this lineup of Big taking on this lineup of Liquid. I think the last time these two teams went toe-to-toe, Legia and God B were still on the Big roster.
Yeah. Well, that is a throwback.
Yeah, so this is modern Counter-Strike for the first time being played between these teams. And it will just be Big going for a partial investment. So Liquid, you have a real good shot here, Alex, to make it 10-10.
Certainly do, after what was such an eyebrow-raising Liquid decision. If they can convert here neat and tidy, all is forgiven. All is level. Antares found on secret. They've got the Liege down there. It doesn't mean they're necessarily committing, though. They just want to be keeping the feelers spread on Yard, looking for the CT info pushes.
I do worry when I see Liquid put on the brakes. That's mainly because I haven't seen them do that an awful lot. What is that smoke?
Looked a bit skew. Great shot from Twist. He's been returning to form. Back into main. On the reload, Tabson's gone. Now with 50 seconds, Chad, I think you can start calming down.
Hope. Yeah, I think we can hope that they should be able to convert this. They've missed a couple of smokes here, Alex, to be honest. There was one when they did the smoke walls Yard that landed top of warehouse. That one there whiffed and went top of main, so...
Oh, and he gets nutmegged on the smoke. Grim's going to be mad about that one.
Chewy's low, so's Twist.
The angle that Tizian is going for here is hilarious. Oh, and the timing. He gets knocked off his perch before he can hit the shot. So it will just be 4 left standing. Lovely for Liquid.
Okay. Well, Big, you took the partial when you could have invested into at least something respectable. So now that you've saved your pennies, what have you got in store? There's just the highlights of Twist getting some action towards Yard. And this is pretty good from Liquid. I really had no expectations with Liquid coming into their European jaunt. I thought that it was going to be, a couple of months before they'd be able to get themselves up to par. Some of the mistakes and gameplay we were seeing out of them on domestic soil. But now sitting 10-10, 6 rounds away from securing themselves that grand final spot against Big Clan. They might just do it, Sirison, okay. Straight in towards Squeaky Door. You see where the bomb is currently postured on X-ray towards back lobby? Yeah, there's no way you're going to be ready for that. What a push from Sirison. He gets one, he gets away, he dips down the vent. He can even reposition now and come up secret with that ult for info towards Yard. Looks like he'll be going towards ramp. Oh.
Oh, they missed the flash as well.
The timing on that was a nightmare for Liquid. At least the bombs made it with them down secret. At least they have 3 of their players here. There's still an opportunity for them to be able to get access towards the lower site. But once again, if they get slowed down by this utility, they might just put the brakes on.
Look at this way of getting info almost risk-free. I say almost because there is a boost now from Liquid and he's going to have to scarper into the site. They swing in. Big frag from Stewie. One more required in the spray. And Torres is untouchable. 3. All 3 as Liquid descend into the site, and that's a stylish way to put the 11th on the board. Big Clan given a gift. See this again. He does not relent. Last bullet of the spray onto Stewie 2K and a smile speaks on his face.
He's just using that crouch, right? With the spray, just backpedaling with the crouch spam, making it work. Oh, all right. Liquid, it's just back and forth for them. It feels like they pull out a miracle round and then they're looking good. They convert against the eco. Now they're going to take their second time out here in map number 2, talk their options through. Elijah still leading the charge. Had a fantastic map number 1. If you missed it, I'd go back and watch his POV. Now he's got 20 frags. Now a good game from him as well. 18 on the other side. It will be Zantares. He's got 19. Tabson with a good performance. 14 kills for him so far. Chewy only with 5 kills. We've highlighted that a few times. And then down the bottom of the board is Tizian for Big. So that's your bookends covered. This might be a faster paced play here. You can see that Grim's into that Mac 10. Maybe they want to try and get across Secret a little bit quicker here. Big have been cheeky with a couple of these plays so far. Wall smokes towards Yard being set up. Nades towards Squeaky. Standard scenes, just conditioning these CTs here, keeping them aware of potential rotations down the vent. Straight down Secret as well. And, ooh, they've gone for the L block, it looks like. That's pushing.
I like this from Napfly. He's really made things awkward for them, and it's going to be at least one. Twist is there, the partner sets him up for success. It's a wild spray from Elige, but he does convert it, catching tabseN on the rotate back, tucking in now to Secret, CSGO, and
Big
Zentara.
save. I think that strat, Alex, I'm not 100%. I feel like the first times we saw that getting used, especially with that pop in through that smoke, was Crystal, right? That was one of the players we saw who was just time and time again. He loved just getting himself in that, or they would have had Steeko there, and they just get that flash in, they pop into the site, and you can just see how smothering it is. Their eyes have to be glued towards that smoke, and when it's a little bit shallow like that and they can see the vent drop, they probably think they have an advantage. It actually worked against them. Molotov lands, flash is perfect, Liquid gets some nice trades onto the site, and force CSGO and Zentara to do anything but go for it. Money now in question is neither team have really been able to put a big stretch of rounds to build a bank, or have lost a big stretch of rounds to max out their loss bonus. As we consider that, this is where you look at Big's money. Those guns, integral that they just saved them. That'd be their only shot in having any look in round number 23.
Well, the Hero AK worked for Zentaras before. It can work again.
I feel like as well, seriously, when you're going up against a round where you know that an AWP's been saved, you have so many things to worry about. So if you go for a slow, defaulty round like Liquid and he rears his head, he gets one pick, he rotates around, you put the brakes on, he gets another pick, he might just be able to individually whittle you down. This is where maybe, like it might seem like a crazy risk, right, knowing that the pistols could be in the mix, but a real gear shift, like let's go for like a hard top or a top explode or something where you know that you can almost certainly negate that AWP finding any impact at a round like this. Now, look, that's one problem you have to avoid, but other problems open up when you go for those kind of plays. So I'm interested to see what Team Liquid have talked through within that timeout just there, because this is a huge round for them in potentially sealing up map number 2.
CSGO posturing towards some outside aggression. I was hoping he'd throw some caution to the wind for this one. And he is. Posted up on red. Alicia's Molotov will force him.
He's trapped now.
He has to find something, and he does catch Elige slipping.
This is what I'm talking about. CSGO can rotate around now. There's a minute 25 on the clock. He can go and find more impact elsewhere.
You want that smoke to entice someone in, and it has worked wonderfully. A CT smoke deployed around the vents. tabseN just holds a tiny slither gap, and now what was only the saved AWP and AK has managed to put them into good stead for a conversion here of round 23. Big clan. 2 frags already. tabseN's dropped off for the double peak. One. They can just find the other, maybe Liquid. Bring into the side. Keto. He has the back gun, puts a couple in. Oh! From him. Twist can't last any longer either. And Big back on for the lead. It's 12-11 though. Practically inseparable. 20 frags found for Zentares.
Would you believe it, mate? The fact that they've just upgraded Deagles and Kevlar on their players there, it wasn't an all-in shove from Big. It was close enough, and they still walk away with the round victory. And that's exactly what happened, right? So CSGO goes outside, he gets a kill. There was nobody near Elige to trade. So immediately, Team Liquid kind of have to put the brakes on. Do we worry about a bit more aggression? We have to talk through our options. Do we want to chase down the AWPer? Do we want to try and go elsewhere? And then in doing so, trying to retool to top, which was probably the right call off the bat. They just get one-wayed by that smoke of tabseN, cheeky beaky. And at this point, it's just the pistols here for Liquid. So it has been a very back and forth affair, this one. It hasn't seemed like either team have really been able to set themselves apart. As we look at this partial investment here, Twist with the scout. He's going to spot that flash well and truly. Oh, wow. Whew. That is quick.
He had the info, spotted him, and while the rest, all too easy for Tabson and Keto. They've just shut this down. Naf's last arrival. Keto's missing his scout job. It's just a bit hectic all round.
Crunch time now. Big have even been able to build a bit of a bank, right? Having just that partial investment in the round prior, then that one we just saw, keeping all 5 alive. Keto even getting an SMG kill or 2 means that there's even more bonus cash into the bank balance. That's a nice shot, and that silenced M4, precise at range. And here it is from Liquid. They lost bonus, 2,400 in the next round, so horrible scenes here for the T-side economy going forward. Shui, only 5 kills to his name. He can find any impact, whether it's space or whether it's a genius call. That might be what Liquid need. They have to get past this ramp AWP first, and Sirison continues to stay mobile across the map.
Stewie with some space. Searson is all too aware of the possibility.
This boost is a problem. Don't know if Liquid are going to clear this. Either way, Stewie's taken so much space here. We said he needed to have a massive call. Well, it might be a massive play.
He's behind them top side. And he does adjust into Keto. This has to go lobby enough. So of Liquid, this has to be the 12th. They cannot afford to let this slip. That's an advantage found. Now around Elige finding his duel independently. Searson just in pursuit of the save.
Yeah, the fact that Stewie was able to pip the gap there, they were clearly aware of it, right? He had to win that fight, and I think that's going to be a big fight for him to win for his confidence with the calling here. If he grabs this one as well, the pre-fire, he's been spamming Sirison around the corner, and the knife kill from Stewie. Take that AWP away and do it in style. Well, I guess that speaks to his mental game right here. The fact he's still going for a knife with all the chips stacked against him right now, that is a great sign, as it'll be the last tactical timeout called from Big here. 4 out of 4 used. And here's that knife again from an alternate angle. Look at this. Straight in the face, knifed in the guts, and a smile on the face of Elige right there. Big can buy. It's only Zentaras who won't be able to get himself everything he may desire, but there's still a lot of Counter-Strike to be played here. You can see just how patchy these rounds have been. 3 off the break from Big, 2 in response from Liquid, and then it's basically been back and forth throughout. The second half has been very, very close. I feel if Liquid win this, Alex, there's a real shot for them to close out the game, because the money for both teams, due to this way the rounds have played out, the back and forth nature, once again, nobody has a bank. So someone's going to be operating with Skittles come the tail end of Nuke.
Searson wants to find another opening pick early. Stewie with his knife out, looks like a prime target. Naf's already gone, the vent's not broken. Searson sees to it. Grim, this molly would potentially catch Keto.
Well, they just did.
No, standing his ground, no molly to stop him. Twist his bullets will. But Searson's on top of the bomb. His scoping will have been heard. And that's a free back for Grim. Okay. Taps him from main.
Oh!
He wins.
1v1.
Full health on Zentaras though. Grim. So much work to do. It's so clean. Grim resuscitates Liquid and puts them in great stead to take this. You talked about the finances, Chad. A clutch like that from Grim. 3 kills in quick succession. Look what it's done to Big Clan. They're back to Pebbles.
Oh boy, and here's the thing, right? Grim isn't even a talking point for us. He's just come over to European soil as this kid dominating in North America.
XP on this. He gets the info. He's just got to have some serious conviction on that headshot.
He doesn't look like a fish out of water whatsoever, Alex. This is the thing. He's been one of their highest rated players ever since they've been in Europe. And now look at the money for Big. It's just down to these pistols. 2 P250s. The rest are on USPs. This needs to be a liquid round. They can't be dropping something like this. And Big, with the way that they've dropped that round, with the Sirison opening, they're going to have to be asking, how much more do we have to do?
True.
It's tense out there.
See Sirison caught out like that. He straight up did not anticipate Grim's lobby wrap around. He was committed to the alternate angle. Nade damage onto Tizian on his hut push. Elige is down secret. Got a lot what they bargained for in ramp room. The max net from now gets an extra $600, but it's the round they're looking for, and they are just one frag away from converting it.
This is still feels super dicey for both teams, really.
Intrigued to know if we get any more of that CT aggression. It's worked every time Sirson's tried, you know, in terms of finding
an AWP though, Alex.
Oh, you're right.
He doesn't have money for the AWP. The only player that could drop it, I think it would have been Keto, right? But that means Keto would be operating with no armor, no utility, and just a dropped gun from Sirison. So I think at this point, Big are out of timeouts as well. They can't even have a discussion about this. Wait, Tizian's bought him with a deagle. Tabson went on the M4. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh dear, it's Mag 7s. It's everything they could afford. Some people have gone all in. Tabson's M4.
Oh no!
Everyone else, it's a half buy.
They can still make this work. They can still pull this out, but it's just showing you right now that there's chaos in the big camp.
Stood in the comms. A semi-final exit on the cards if they can't post something here. And Stewie 2K's got the first.
He's going in.
He wants to go in. 2. Stewie strikes twice. And 15 looms. Team Liquid on for a 2-0 here, at least to secure the match point. Big Clan with a conservative buy. They had the hero M4 on tap, so they'll likely just want to preserve that for the final go of things into round 29 and 30.
This feels hopeless for Big now. Absent definitely has to live. There's no doubt about that. If you're Liquid at this point, you may as well send out the troops. Go for the hunt. See what you can take away. Stewie's been boosted up. Now he wants more. He already has the 2 kills in this round. He might get Zantara's here. That's some good armor to take away. Ooh, okay. Zantara's eventually falls, and Tabson, he's in a very safe position. So he'll hold on to this M4. Everybody else from Big kept themselves over that 2K mark, so they will be able to get the buy going, but it just feels like whatever went into that round was so chaotic as far as the comms are regarded. And here it is, round number 29. These are the entries from Stewie to get them here. And he's been having a hard time of it, right? We've really highlighted this mouse issue and just the mental wear and tear that might take on some people. But he's been able to find contributions where it's mattered. A big heaven flank a couple of rounds ago. The 2 kills out Hut there, but let's get this one underway. Could be the final round here for Big.
Let's find out. Little nade damage. Look at Nav's hold. That's intense. If you've gone up the ladder, if you've pushed lobby, you are going to be putting your fist through your monitor. You died to an angle like that. Still, Elige down secret and deploying util. That's looking to force a rotate. Tabson, will he call for aid? One
lots of space.
Good shot. Stewie's gone. Big Clan given a gift. Searson's found the in-game leader.
All the trades.
Now Liquid have the lower site. It's a 3v3. Searson wants ramp. Keto wants a frag. Twist is going to give it to him. That's the bomb. Traded again. They're consistent. Elige, the molly, will force the fight, and Searson just takes it. Walks through the flames, takes the fight now. Naf. Oh, there's one above him. Tizian has the top site, and Searson has ramp. Bomb on his back. It's not out of the question that Naf Light can win this. Oh, but Searson's AWP. It's a threatening contender. Tizian descends on the sound cue.
Oh, he's gotten back in.
Yeah. No! Oh! Searson takes the peak! His timing, his perception, perfect. 3 kills in the round. And Big Clan's hero Warp makes a hero play.
Yeah, 3 kills for him again. When this guy's finding impact, bigger finding rounds. Might be a late resurgence from Sirison here. He's a little bit off the pace as far as Antares, Tabson, and Keto are regarded in terms of the kills here, but oh, he's really just kept them in with some big impact in this one. You can just see slowing down the ascent to lower. That kill, you were right, that Molotov was so deep in the middle, right, that it was kind of guarding both sides. Okay, round 30, of course we go the distance here, and Liquid are going to use their final timeout. They're going to allow themselves to have this moment just to talk things through. Big need this round to take us to overtime. Otherwise, they're out of the tournament. Liquid just 1 round away from securing this grand final. Big have bested Vitality and Astralis to get through to the playoffs. They have 2 of the hugest scalps, and now Liquid are pushing them.
Okay. Well, we do see a full 30 on Big Clan's pick. Searson's back on his signature weapon. 5 AKs for Liquid. Full util. Everything they could desire. All the bells and whistles. 1 round for a grand final. Astralis are waiting for an opponent. Liquid Astralis is an affair we've seen many times in the history of Counter-Strike. But certainly not this year.
Well, they faked it. They're straight to ramp. They faked the top play.
Zentara's readies. Oh, Dewey, that's the opener. They only need 1 more. Searson, however, takes Grim. And now, as they descend, he falls back into the site. Tamsin on Decon. He will be smoked off, trying to suppress. Liquid looking to impress. Bomb going down. Elige courtesy of him. Tizian's already in the lower site. Stewie and Twist establishing a crossfire on the doors for contact. Searson working ramp, but Naf's position looks set for success. He does catch Searson. Bakito's in the lower. 3 of them pushing in now. Oh, Twist. He's looking a little second guessing himself. Naf has a smoke. He'd rather find a frag. Another for Twist. They only need 1 more, and Liquid have done it. Oh boy, throw away your vape launders. Liquid are 2-0. An IEM Global Challenge has a grand final. North America on the map. It's supposed to be the demonstration of the world's best, and North America's best are back.